Assalamualaikum everyone. I hope you all are doing well from the platform of EnglishBuffet.5. I'm gonna present you today another type of phrase, that is participle phrase. And I hope that you all are ready to receive and practice this lesson. Viewers, we have done parts of speech earlier, and these are the basics of English language. But if we talk in the terms of verbals, these are so eye-catching and different things to perceive and understand and practice. So, uh, before it, we have done gerund, which is a verbal noun, and today we are going to discuss participles and participle phrases, which are the verbal adjectives. So let's get started with the definition first, because I think that it is very important for you to recall to your mind that what is participle actually. A participle is the verbal that acts as an adjective. Viewers, remember that gerund is a verbal, which acts as a noun. So participle is the verbal that acts as an adjective, and there are two forms of participle. First one is the ing form and the other one is the ed form, means it is the third form of the verb. If we talk about the example of participle phrase, you can see there is a participle given, and later we'll be discussing the participle phrase. The boiling water on the stove is hot. Boiling water, right? It is acting like an adjective, so it is present participle because it is also having ing at the end. All right. The water boiling on the stove is hot. Now, boiling on the stove is the present participle phrase. You can simply say participle phrase, but if you can penetrate into the detail, you can say it is present participle phrase. Now, in its true sense, see what actually is the participle phrase. It's a phrase containing a participle and always acts as an adjective. Remember, participle is verbal adjective. ये बात आपने बिल्कुल भी नहीं भूलनी. See the example. The kitten sleeping peacefully on the windowsill never heard us enter the room. Sleeping peacefully on the windowsill. Alright, remember there will be the had word as participle. It is sleeping, that is the present participle. And the rest of the sentence is this: the kitten never heard us enter the room. That's it. Another example is sleeping peacefully on the windowsill. The kitten never heard us enter the room. So the place, again, like the other phrases, is not hard and fast within the sentence. It can be anywhere. Let's see some more examples. Students planning to study nursing must first meet with the dean. Planning to study nursing. Alright, this is the which phrase? Participle phrase. The police will question anyone found lurking around the dormitories. Alright, found lurking around the dormitories is actually pronounced as announced as participle phrase. Ron loved his new hiking shoes, wearing them even to church. Eaten by the mosquitoes, removing his glasses, running for the plane, etc. All these are what? These are participle phrases. If you find any ing form acting as an adjective, it will be participle phrase. Otherwise, if the third form of the verb is given in any form, ed or en or whatever it may be, you will be announcing it as a past participle phrase. One more example. Brimming with confidence, Jack blurted the answer. Means brimming with confidence is actually what? It is qualifying the upcoming portion of the sentence. So this is modifying. That's why it is which phrase? Participle phrase. Remember, participle phrase is doing the function of an adjective. Alright, it will be adding or describing the nouns or pronouns within the sentences. This is present participle phrase and this is the past one. Annoyed at herself, Jill raised her hands in despair. I hope you got it. Now viewers, participles can be found either at the beginning, middle or at the end of the sentences. This is what I told you before, that the place is not at all fixed. Alright, and they will be uh, close to the noun or pronoun they modify. This is what I also told you in the previous slide, that what is the function of participle? It modifies because it is an adjective. And what is the function of adjective? It modifies some noun or pronoun. So participle phrases will be lying and found closely near the pronouns or nouns. Secondly, you need to know that participles are one word, whereas participle phrases consist of that one word that will be the leading or the head word plus the modifiers. Now here there is a point that you need to keep in your mind, because there are things which can confuse you. Gerund and participle, present participle actually, these phrases are easy to confuse because they both begin with an ing word, right? The difference is that the gerund phrase will always function as a noun, whereas present participle phrase describes another word in the sentence. You know the function of present participle phrase, it is having the function of adjective, right? That's why. So you need to differentiate that if ing will be acting as a noun, its phrase will be gerund phrase. Otherwise, if ing is acting as an adjective, its phrase will be present participle or participle phrase, right? In order to make you further clear about the concept, I have added two examples side by side so that you may have a comparison and you may get clearer about the um, confusing things, that is the gerund phrase and the participle phrase. See, in participle phrase you can be finding example like this: dripping with sweat, the exhausted runner won the first place. All right, dripping with sweat. This portion is describing the exhausted runner, that what was his condition. All right, so as it is describing something, this will be the present participle phrase. Whereas on this side, see, eating a piece of cake quickly is a recipe for indigestion. This is telling that this is something as a separate entity, and secondly, eating a piece of cake is actually describing something as a unit, as some act. All right. So this is how you need to differentiate between present participle phrase and the gerund phrase. I hope I am clear to you, and you won't get confused ever in understanding or differentiating between gerund or participle phrase. I hope that the participle phrase is also clear. Keep on practicing, viewers. Unless you practice, you won't be able to learn more and more. So keep watching. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe for getting more and more videos. See you soon. Take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.